welcome to Reviews on the Run. We are here in Los Angeles for E3 2010, and I am joined by a motley crew of very good friends. We're going to be talking the trends of E3. All right, we're going to start digging into some of the hot topics here at the show, but before we do, we have to introduce Sean Hatton from Electric Playground, and he's guested on Reviews on the Run, and Miri Jedikin. Unfortunately, you two, you're very busy with EP stuff still, and
we're all out of mics.
We only have 6 mics. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody saw that we all hang out every once in a while, but you have to go. Yeah. So we're going to say goodbye and have a good time.
It's like when Laverne and Shirley were there.
You've been voted off the island. All right.
Just got on the island.
Yeah, no immunity idols for you guys.
Sean, you guys are like the Harlem Globetrotters. It was a great episode.
But seriously, go have some fun at E3.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye. It's like when Laverne and Shirley were on Happy Days. You're like, how did they get on Happy Days?
I know, they just appeared on Happy Days. But let's talk about trends. Let's get serious here, guys.
E3.
It's E3, right?
So
some big things were happening here at E3.
Yes.
We all have to get in shape. We all have to go and put cameras and start lifting things and get in shape.
Hello. Come on in to your own personal gym.
Steve, does this thrill you?
It doesn't thrill me. I really love the idea of, I like Kinect as a concept. I like the idea of voice commands. I like the idea that, my hands do stuff. I can't move my coffee table out of the way every time I play games. I can't be sweating,
To the oldies.
Yeah, after 10 minutes of playing a game. I mean, even the little tiger petting game has a running component where your tigers are running through the track. You have to actually run to make them run. It's too much.
Do we have to change the way that houses are laid out now? I mean, is this like the house of the future has a game gym?
The house of the future is apparently furnished by IKEA. You need to have tiny furniture that's easily movable.
And happy people are in it.
I feel like there's a party in my game console that I haven't been invited to. And that's what all of these products are about. It's like I'm supposed to have 25 people over every night, and we're all supposed to wave our hands in front of our television. And I like the idea conceptually. I love the yoga game that you had mentioned on Kinect. I thought that was great. And there are a couple other fitness games that are neat. But as a giant movement, I just don't see it. I like playing video games with a controller on my butt, just like Steve.
Now, listen, we're going to be talking in the show, but I want our viewers to hit up our Twitter at Reviews on the Run, and I want to hear your thoughts on fitness gaming. I think this is valuable for us as reviewers because we're going to have to start looking at some of these things. You guys ready to start reviewing these games? But I also want to share some of the thoughts with the companies that we work with, the publishers out there. I'm sure they're curious as well. Are you looking forward to getting the Move or the Kinect or getting the Wii Motion Plus into high gear like this?
I play my video games in my bedroom. I have a 60-inch TV. I have a queen-size bed. I play games on my bed. I'm not gonna be sitting on my bed like choosing my Netflix movie on my old Xbox.
No,
because I don't have one of those fancy new ones.
Yes, you will. But I mean, doesn't it feel, Jeff, like we're just gonna have to make room not only to move, but to put all the new stuff into the house?
Yes, but here's the big trend that I got out of this stuff is all gaming isn't for me. All gaming isn't for you. If I was 6 and I was having a birthday party, I want to connect there. I want people to jump up and down and look silly and have fun. I don't want to do that day to day, but all gaming doesn't have to be for me.
Well, obviously Move and Kinect were the new things that they were showing off at E3 this year. Which one do you think was a little more interesting for you?
They act like this is some sort of wizardry when you say, Xbox, play, Xbox, pause, Xbox, make me feel less lonely than I actually am. But it's not, I mean, it just seems so anticlimactic to me. And last year there was such a huge buzz around Kinect, or back then it was known as Project Natal. And we all felt like we'd got a glimpse of something magical. And then this year the magic was gone for some reason.
It just wasn't there. Titles.
It's all mini games.
They showed off Milo last year, and it was like, that's kind of interesting.
They showed Forza.
But it does need a killer. It needs a killer app, and I think with the Wii, when they released the Wii, we were all saying it looks interesting. We don't know how it's going to be. Wii Sports phenomenon sold how many? I mean, that sold the system.
Listen, we have more to talk about on this. We're going to take a break, and when we come back,
just got started.
Well, I know we're going to talk about Move versus Kinect. I think this is a big battle, and I think it's almost like a new console for both of these guys. So when we come back, we're talking about that. Don't go away. Welcome Welcome back to Reviews on the Run at E3 2010. We are talking about the big trends and also the big battles going on, and one of them that's erupted now is Move from Sony against Kinect. One of them you need wands, one of them you don't.
You need something that looks like a marital device, a marital aid.
Do you see a connection, no pun intended, to one that you like better?
I spent quite a bit of time with the Move, and it works. I can state that confidently. It works a little bit better than Wii Motion Plus does.
Yeah.
But again, do I want it? Do I want to play it? Do I want all these things, these wands and that? And why do they keep showing bow and arrow things? It's not a fantasy of mine to shoot a bow and arrow. An invisible bow and arrow with invisible arrows in it.
Steve, did you get a chance to get your handle on
I tried all the Kinect demos that they have here on the show floor.
Yeah.
Some of them, you sort of get a sense of the magic that they want to impart with this thing.
Do a little drift. Let's smoke these guys. Boom!
The rally ball, which was called Ricochet last year, the batting balls, the wall. That is cool. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the River Raft game a lot. I don't think Kinect works quite as well as they want us to think it works.
Yeah.
The flawlessness that needs to be there for this thing to really succeed isn't there. There's a little bit of a lag between your motion and
that's unacceptable. I mean, they're selling us on something brand new that has to work, right?
Maybe it's going to come in time when the hardware's finalized and the games are there. But I don't know.
Nobody wants to buy prototypes.
You've spent a lot of time with Kinect.
It's going to come when it's called Kinect Motion Plus, where they're going to get that actually gets one-to-one.
And are they actually going to go to Nintendo to develop it? Because I mean, what the hell is going on?
The one thing I will disagree with Steve about is that those little mini games I felt weren't a great showpiece for this thing. I think that the yoga games and Kinectimals and games that really you didn't have to worry about the one-to-one so much as just the experience.
Dance Central really. Okay. I mean, we're going to talk about this in greater detail in another special that we're doing here. But that
How
game.
many specials are we doing?
We're doing 19 specials. We're basically doing a month's worth of shows. But I think Dance Central looked like a hell of a lot of fun, and I wouldn't want to hold anything in my hand to play something like that, right? But I think those games are kind of few and far between.
If you can teach me how to pop and lock, I'm on it.
You know, I think the difference between last year and this year as far as Microsoft and the Kinect idea is that what last year they seem to be saying is we want to push you into the future.
Yeah.
And this year what they seem to be saying is we want you to be able to do all the stuff you can already do on the Wii, but without anything in your hand.
Yeah.
There really was no
They scaled it back, right?
vision of where this is going.
I mean, where was the idea of tracking objects and putting them into the game and using a real skateboard and
Peter
things?
Molyneux came out last year and blew my mind.
With Milo, right?
And said, this is something that you have never been able to do before, ever, with anything. This is technology that just had not existed.
And poor Milo, they put him in a tiger suit, and now
and
he's
this year
a furry.
it's like, this is all stuff I've already bowled, I've already done archery, I've already done all that
All of the invisible pet stuff is BS too.
You're my good skills. Yes, you are. You want it on your back? Yeah, you like that.
But doing this in the air is not really.
Go to the SPCA and save some animals is what you want to do, right? Okay. Jose, what did you think? You guys played?
Yeah, I got my hands on the Kinect. It's like more of the same stuff. Like I really don't want to be jumping around. Like I said, my room is already cluttered. I have no room to move or to connect with any of that stuff. So
I want to share a bed with you.
Anytime, it's a queen.
I think the Dance Central might be the killer app for Kinect, which is crazy. I mean, I love what Harmonix is up to there.
Victor, you might not know this about Victor, but he is a good dancer.
I like to dance and I like to sing. Now, one thing I thought that was interesting, I kind of had a chuckle about this, is I sat down for the Move demo, and it actually worked great with my Tron ice cream. And, I was moving around, shooting everything, and the guy was explaining it to me like I've never picked up a Wii before. Like the biggest selling console of all time.
This thing is going to track.
Yeah, this thing is going to track your movements, and you're going to point where you want to shoot, and you're going to be... It's like,
I've been to 16 E3s. I know how games work.
And it's like they can't say we borrowed some ideas from somebody else that's been leading the generation or anything like that.
The thing that bugged me was I played the boxing and I played a few of the other ones, and all of them they had to recalibrate often.
Constantly.
And it was like you have to leave screen. You have to walk away and come back, and it was a whole bunch of rigmarole I think gets in the way of playing the game.
All right, so let's make a really tough prediction here because it's really hard to know without real actual games to review. Move or Kinect?
I think Kinect's the cooler concept, but I think Move might have more appeal. It's going to appeal to
For
the
gamers, right?
and the hardcore,
feels that way, so you're going to go Move?
I gotta say Move.
For you, yeah.
I'm going to flip that on its head. I think that Move is probably cooler for gamers, but I think Kinect is going to sell a lot more.
Okay, but for you?
For me, I don't want either of them, Vic.
All right. I don't want either of them either, but Dance Central, I can't dance for
Yeah.
I want to try.
You want to try?
The harmonics, you know?
You want to learn how to dance
I'll
with
go
the
with
video.
Kinect.
I think I'm going to go Move. I think it's been proven out with the Wiimote. It can work and it can be cool for some games. I like the idea of holding the object that I'm swinging around.
I think price point is going to play a key factor, but I still think that I'm going to enjoy the Kinect a lot more because it takes over. It's more of a overall experience
It's a
for the
good
Xbox.
bed platform, too.
It'll be great on the bed.
Call me naive, but I think there's going to be applications for Kinect that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
That it's going to grow into, and it's going to be awesome. And just for like going like this and saying Xbox stop, that's kind of rad.
Is it totally rad or just kind of rad?
It's kind of totally rad. And speaking of which, we'll be right back.